Earlier, you said that you felt you were not good enough.
Yeah.
How did you overcome that?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I've noticed like I felt that way for a long time. And so a lot of times we think we can have like a quick fix, right? But usually these programming, the feeling of not good enough, it comes in layers. And so whenever we do this self work, we can keep on unlocking like a new layer. And so we can think about like, oh, this behavior is this belief that I'm not good enough. It's almost like a gift in a way, because it's through this belief where you will find that you are good enough, because we have the opportunity to do this work. So for me, it was really just finding the world of personal development. I remember the first time I felt a glimmer of like that inherent sense of good enough was when I was reading like Tony Robbins' book. I think it's called Awaken the Giant Within. I think that was my first like dive into self-development. Yeah. So it was one of my first times. And I think it really just, I think one of the key points which I'll elaborate on later too, is like switching the belief to the opposite. Instead of thinking like I'm not good enough, it's like, how am I already good enough? So I'll explain that more later when I talk about the brain and everything. But that's one way.
Yeah, that's great. What are some useful tips, advice you can share with our audience?
Yeah, so I would say self-reflection is the first thing to really help you understand why we self-sabotage. Because if we don't know what the problem is or where it came from, like a lot of times it can be very frustrating and we will like not know where to start. So I was like, awareness is the first step. And so by reflecting on the beliefs we've created about ourselves, about life, I would say even just like taking a piece of paper and writing down all of the beliefs that stop you from feeling amazing